Well, welcome back. As we start the new year, you may want to go ahead and get rid of the old and bring in the new, but you know what? Don't rush out and throw away all of those unwanted items just yet. Sharon Choikhit of A Fabulous Find is here to tell us about how you can revamp some of your old things, make new things, and it's something called upcycling.
Upcycling.
So basically, in a nutshell, what is upcycling?
Upcycling is taking things that normally have no purpose anymore as far as they would be thrown away, like an old window or whatever, and then they go in and they use different kind of embellishments like vintage jewelry, marbles, old keys, any kind of thing that would normally have no purpose, and then they incorporate it into a piece and then they embellish it, and then it becomes something that's actually very beautiful for a gift or for themselves.
So we've got some great examples here of upcycling. So let's start with this wine bottle here on the side, because if you're anything like me, you start to accumulate these.
Yeah.
And you know, what do you do with them? I tend to recycle them, but you can turn them into pieces around your house.
Yeah, one of my dealers, she takes the wine bottles and she drills through. They have lights inside of them. She takes marbles and she does like a heating process and cooling where it actually will crack them so you can see the lights better inside of them. Then she picks a topper to match whatever the particular wine is. If it's on this one, it's Minueta, and it's so it's a Mexican, you know, topping.
How cool!
You know, stuff.
So I mean, it's plugged in. There's electric wiring going
Correct.
into that wine bottle.
Right.
That's very neat. And then the window you talked about. You know, you might have an old window. Maybe you're getting the windows replaced in your home. What can you do with those old windows? You can make it into basically a wall piece, right?
Right. And if you hang it inside of if you hang it in front of a window, it actually becomes almost like a stained glass effect, where when the lights come through, it shines, and you know the marbles and everything get real iridescent through the sunlight.
That's cool. And it has these little vases here on the bottom. What could you do with that?
This particular piece, I think, was designed with them. You could put some water and just tiny little flowers in it. So if it's hanging in the window, you can have them as a vase and actually have fresh flowers every day.
Very cool. So this is kind of like recycling, but rather than just kind of mashing it all up and maybe making, you know, new glass with it, you're actually making something really cool.
Right.
Over here, we've got a candlestick. This is made with all sorts of little art pieces around it.
Right, like she took game pieces or marbles. If you have vintage jewelry, like an heirloom piece from your grandmother, and you don't want to throw it away, on this particular piece, it's, you know, all the way. She's got some jewelry and things like that, and then she just changed it, so something that would normally have gotten thrown away, she made into something she can use that's decorative. She can use in her home.
What is this thing right here?
That is an old kitchen cabinet that would have normally been thrown away, so people who redo their kitchen cabinets, she hinged a frame, a picture frame, and then used knobs so you can hang jewelry off of it. This particular piece she can lift up and change the pictures out however she wants them.
How cool.
Yeah.
So do you see this as a trend that's kind of developing? You know, people really want to have unique pieces in their homes now, and this is a great way to do it.
Yeah, and I think that because, you know, people have so much, you know, so many things and heirlooms from family members that they want to use, but they have no use for them, so they turn around and use it into things that, you know, more like modern and something that they can change it so they can use it now.
Well, very cool. Sharon with A Fabulous Find, thank you so much for coming in and sharing a little bit about all these cool, very cool items.